It's because I'm due a new phone. I'm actually due a new phone now, but I'm going to have to ring them up. Because the actual light on is terrible. But I just thought I'd come on quickly because I've been full of a cold. Nothing else, just full of a cold, which I normally get. I normally get at this time of year. I normally get it 2 to 3 weeks before Christmas. It lasts 2 days, which is going now. I was off Thursday, Friday, 2 days, and then it's going now. I've been taking my vitamin C, high dosage than they would say, vitamin D and zinc, and that's clearing up. So I've just been in my craft room, just shushing it around, getting rid of stuff, still chucking stuff out, because when you have a family, you do accumulate things. And Christmas is coming as well, so, you know, we're getting ready for that. I've just had to clean my Tiffany blue baubles off because they actually had marshmallow stuck on them. I don't know why. They were in the loft. That was just really weird. I don't know why marshmallows got into the box that we put the Christmas stuff in, but they're fine. They're all right. I've cleaned them off. Because my fella's like, do you know, hi Rachel, right, I've sent your post thing off. I sent it off, but they did say at the post office that there's postal strikes again on parcels. They've classed yours as a parcel. It was only tiny, but it will be there anyway. I don't think you have to wait that long. I don't think you have to wait that long last time, hopefully. That was just mad. Yeah, so I'm tidying up again. I've not been on because I've been busy doing stuff in here. I've got lots of bits that I can show you at some point, but I'm not doing it yet. Yeah, they were really cute. Yours are... They're up on the shelf up there, but I'm just getting more organised. I'm so unorganised, especially in my crafting room, and if you're into art and stuff, you've probably got the same problem. But I've been doing my package area behind me, this, that and the other, and a few bits and bobs. I'm just sorting stuff out, so I just thought I'd come on quickly because everything that's going on, hey to the naysayers that think there's nothing going on, not my fault if you can't see. But yeah, there's lots going on Twitter with Elon. We knew that was going to happen. We did put it out there, you know, if he gets Twitter, it's going to be used because, if you don't know, the technology they used against us will be used against them, and it has been being used against them. And who better to use their technology against them? The one who's quite good at it is Elon. I would personally say he was grey. When we talk about white hats and black hats, if there's people out there that don't get that, a white hat is a good person. A black hat is a bad person. We've got to put it into into areas, because otherwise we wouldn't know what we were talking about. A grey is more like, I'm not either, people say I'm not either on that side or on that side. I'm sort of like sitting on the fence. I'm not interested. But at some point, when you find the truth out or people begin to see which is happening, you will pick a side. You'll either stay with the side you're on if you're a black hat, or you'll move because you didn't realise something you may have been a part of may have been for the dark side, let's say. Just let's put it out there. That's why you'll see a lot of celebrities speaking out. And there are a lot of celebrities speaking out, this, that and the other. They've tried to stop them in the past. This goes for people as well. But what I'm trying to say is, Elon could have been a grey talking about aliens. I'm just talking about he didn't know, he wasn't bothered, or he was waiting. I believe he's a white hat, because what's going on Twitter is brilliant. As soon as it went up, everyone was like, blah, 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 because that's one of the biggest platforms people use worldwide, and they were censoring it, and we all know that, like they do on YouTube, like they do everywhere else. They do that with a lot of people. They do it with loads of people. Anyone who's talking on anything they don't want you to talk about, and there's many things they don't want you talking about. But one of the greatest things they did is they reinstated everyone's accounts that were took off. I stayed quiet on Twitter because I knew what was going on over there. Back piping up again now. But Elon is, they put Mr. T back on. People are like, they're trying to poke the bear over there. Doesn't mean he'll go back on there. He's got Truth Social. He's got other things. If he does, I think it'll be very important if he does post. I don't believe he has twittered, because if it does, it's going to be important. And like I said, he doesn't need to. But also over there, Elon is talking about how he's going to clean up and clean out the nefarious. He's going to clean up all the sexual explicit stuff that they post on there that's allowed to be posted. And that's not just on Twitter. It's on YouTube. It's everywhere, because we all know that side do that purposely. So he's doing all the right things with that. And I always think, Starlink, what would you need that could use certain tech to find these people. If you haven't seen Qiuck, the plan to save the world, I have put it up again on my community page. Remember, that went out years ago. As soon as that went out, that video, and I posted it back then because I've been into Qiuck from the beginning, millions of people saw it, and then they tried to hide it, they tried to censor it, they tried to stop it, but it got out because people saved it, and it's back on other people's channels. And I put it out, and it actually made me bawl my eyes out yesterday. Funnily enough, in the energy of, it was JFK Jr.'s, so let me say that again, it was JFK Jr.'s birthday yesterday, and it's not like, oh, what a shame he's not here. He is here. If you've done enough research on that, and research means researching what people search, you know, what we're told, research again, you can see it all. That video, a lot of that has been done. If you watch it now, at the time when we watched it, we were watching out for the comms, we were watching out for the people that may have passed away or disappeared all of a sudden. That's already happened if you go and look at that now. And if you don't know who the narrator is, well, you need to do your research on that. I've already talked about that a few years ago. And that's why I love what's happening. Thank you. And that's why I got upset last night in a happy way. My fellow was watching England versus America, and I was watching that. And he was like, you okay? Are you crying? I was like, yeah, I'm crying. It's a good cry. I'm crying because I'm happy, because everything we went through, all the people on the Q train, you don't have to be on it. It's been seen, it's being seen, it's real, and it's just beautiful how the plan's been put together, especially with JFK Jr. That's why I was putting a lot of stuff out with him. I've still got my painting on the wall, and in one of the videos, I think a couple of the videos that I sent out on the community page, no, there's one that I couldn't because it's got music on it and they'll get me for copyright, so I didn't put it out, but it was a bit of a montage of JFK Jr. and his dad and what JFK Jr. said years ago, which was something on the lines of, people said I could be a great man. Because don't forget, he was running in 1999 to go to run in 2020 against Hillary. And then his plane crashed. Did it really? Do you think he knew about it? Because he did know about it. So what do you think he might have done? Oh, he might have faked his death, yeah. And if you listen to the Coast Guard guy who's having a conversation, you want to listen to the way he speaks, who that might have been. But people who've done the research know. The people who don't know what I'm going on about won't know what I'm going on about. But in one of the videos someone put up, he said, one of his quotes was, people told me I could be a great man. He didn't want to be a great man. He said, I'd rather be a good man. There's a difference. There's a massive difference. Just like Trump's a good man. Trump's a good man. And this book was opened in there. And I've told you about this before. There's a book because there's lost Gospels of Q, and it says in here the Q people, the Christians, it's where the Christian origins came from. I'm Christian, you know, when you look into it, you're Christian. Why did they go against that? The book of Q is Jesus's sayings, you know. It's basic about being a good person. So no wonder they took this out of the Bible, because there's many things that have been took out of the Bible, but I did talk about this ages ago. And I'm still reading it. In the modern times, adventurers, seekers and treasure and archaeology, it just goes on. But if you think about it, things were written down way back if we didn't have the tech then to put it into something. But I'm just blurting that out there because it was in one of the videos and I was like, I've spoke about this before, Q. And in the video that I can't put up, there was Kim Clements, if you know who he is, prophesied Mr. T years ago. He also, in this video, it was brilliant because he said he got told, you know, he got told from a higher source. He said, I've seen these letters. No, he said, yeah, I've seen these letters, these two letters, A and 17. No, sorry, A and Q. Well, what number does that make? And he was saying about how good this and it was like, yep, and he knew back then. So that's why I've called it. I did change around. I was like Trump Nation and the Patriots because we are, and then I was like Janine 17 rhymes. So I have been excited for the past couple of weeks. I've just not been on. I got a contract at work. That happened the other day. So that's quite fun because I don't mind my Matrix job. I like the people there and it's quite fun. And if you have, you know, people go, oh, in the Matrix. And then they're the people that moan that haven't got anything because it helps me. accumulate the things I need for my unmatrix job, which I'll hopefully will be doing in the future. But it just depends if you like what you're doing and where you are. If you hate it, it's a different story. My job goes really quick. I get fresh air. I get out, I'm talking to people. I'm red pilling people at work, which is fantastic. They are asking questions and scratching their head, which is brilliant. But like I said, it's quite fun there. It's quite good, a group of people that I work with. So that doesn't bother me. It is how you look at things, like I said before, on my community page. A lot of people go, oh, my glass is half full. I see it as half empty. So it is the way you look at things. Sometimes you have to do things to get things to do things for the future, which might mean you have to go out doing something for a bit, and it might be tiring and all that, but it'll be worth it in the end. What else? Also, sure there was other things. Yeah, I'm clearing out for Christmas. There's great things. Also, I keep putting things out about the fraud with the voting thing, but we don't know if it's going to go that way, because there's something been put out which I can't put up again because it's got music on it, where there was a guy saying, now we all know this who are in the know, that they could go for the, we know fraud happened in 2020. Sorry, when I was saying JFK Jr., did I say 2020? I meant 2000. I meant to the year 2000, 2009. You know what I mean. And it's funny because he's supposed to have died on the 17th of July 1999. JFK Jr. the 17th. Hello, 17. Yeah, getting the dates mixed up. Then I'm thinking of when Trump got in. Well, he did get in, but we know what happened there. So I think the way it may be done, this guy said, and I thought that makes even more sense, is there's certain things that should have been done, and Pence didn't do, by the way, because we know what Mike Pence is as well. And it wasn't done within the law. We all know that as well. So by law, they've got to look at it. And if it isn't been done by law, these things, someone will be reinstated back in. And it won't even matter about, like, we all know the voting system's rigged. It won't even matter. They'll go about it that way because the law's law at the end of the day. Because no matter what, people are going to moan about that and say, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. We all know it was. We all know it was. And especially with what's happening now with the midterms, we all know it was. But they can't go against the law. Don't forget Cav's up there as well. And that's why they were saying that by certain dates, something was meant to be done. If it's not, then that means he can be put in straight away. No messing about, back in, you're out, you're in. Okay? Yay. So I don't even think 2024. I think soon. And people also moan about the soonness and when is it and why is it taking this long? Why is it? It's meant to be done like in the video I saw with JFK Jr. that someone put out that I can't put out because it's got music on it. I don't think it's got a share thing on it actually. I've been saying, as many other people do, it will take as long as it takes because it's being done the way it needs to. And as I've said, you have to get all the things behind the scenes well done first within the justice system and all that, you know, with the judges and things like that to sort all that out. So when that happens, it's being done proper. Hence, just say again, Kavanaugh. So yeah, there's loads going on. I love it when people say there isn't and nothing's going on. Like I say, you must be sat in a hole somewhere. You mustn't look at anything, maybe because you're too frightened to. You don't believe it, whatever. I sometimes think people have no faith whatsoever in anything that's going on. I really do. No faith whatsoever. That's why people need to get out, because I think too many people sit in and never go anywhere, never have a conversation with anybody else outside the realm of YouTube or anywhere. And it's like, you need to get out. We're not meant to be pushed in our homes all the time. The only good thing that happened in lockdown was that people started researching, and I've heard that a lot. I'm sure there was a few other things I was meant to say. There was a guy called, I don't really know him, Andrew Tate, who's a kickboxer, champion kickboxer, knew about lots and lots of stuff. And it's like, you have people in different areas bringing down different areas of, you know, media, entertainment business, politics, this, that and the other. Trump politics, Andrew Tate could be sports because he's a kickboxer. You've got Kanye, Hollywood, you know, like music industry. You've got a lot of other people, but it is absolutely fantastic. Everywhere I look, it's 17. Everyone's 17, 17, 17. It's quickening. It's happening so fast. Like I said, I just got so emotional when I watched the Qiuck film again, because it's all there and it makes sense. And it makes sense even more now than it did before, because it was sort of before. We're in the next phase anyway. That bit's been done, really. You know, it's all not to cause civil war, but yeah, I think it's just going to be, it's just feeling very exciting for the next phase next of, like we said, there's a lot of people that are not going to want to hear it. They're not going to want to realise that they have been duped. I think I put a video up yesterday of some guy saying about, you know, a lot of people, they're not in shame. They just move on to the next thing. They're not even bothered that they've been lied to, you know, or what they've said to other people. Trying to think what I've seen this week. I'm just loving it. I'm absolutely loving the left go mad. I'm loving all the naysayers that are going ballistic. The left are going ballistic, especially when what happened with Elon getting Twitter. They've gone absolutely ballistic. Some of them have gone, I've seen this before on YouTube, I'm leaving Twitter. I'm going. And they say they're going and they don't go. And everyone's been like, yeah, see, bye lefties, bye. But then they're like, but they haven't gone. No one's bothered. No one's bothered. Go. No one's bothered. We know what you're a part of. Then we've got the World Cup going on with Qatar. I can never say it properly. The football. They were going on about a bit that, you know, you can't get in if you've got a rainbow top on. You can't do this, which is a bit, yeah. I know they have the rules over there and the religion and all that, which is fair enough. But there's a bit of two-sided thing there, because it shouldn't really matter what preference you are. We're not against that, but we do know what the agenda behind the GBLGQSRITSB of whatever they put on the end of it is nefarious behind it. Not the people, but there is an agenda, and it's called paedophilia. So the Saudis know, not saying it don't go on over there, it goes on everywhere. They know, they're not for that. Neither is Putin. So it's getting shown up a little bit for what it is there, but it's all bonkers. It's all bonkers. And that's getting shown up for the money. You know, entertainment business again. So I'm just watching the world with my popcorn. I'm like, oh my God, you know, people can't see. Don't know where your head's at. I'm still a bit snuffly, but it's just yeah, it's just amazing. The biggest plan ever put together. It boggles my mind. It also boggles my mind the people who think it's the same thing as the same old thing, when it's obviously not the same old thing, because it's nothing like anything else you've seen before on this level. But yeah, don't forget, there's good sides of every side. Like, people go, China, it's this, it's the Saudis. There's good ones. They did try and get Prince, I don't know what his name was, in Saudi, and there was a bad one. Same as King Jong-un. He was controlled and then got set free. And, you know, everyone forgets about the North and South Korea thing, and then there's been peace and all that stuff that happened with Trump in. That was, you know, it was great when Trump was in, and then it went to shit when Biden, I wouldn't say came in, but, you know, all going on there. So, yeah. And I think people need to put the differences aside a bit this Christmas. You should be enjoying being around your family, or enjoying being around, you know, just enjoying the light that's hitting the earth, because you're going to get a lot of naysayers at Christmas. I think we've had this before. Oh, do you know what Christmas is? It's Satan, it's Santa, it's this, that and the other. We're just glad we are, I can see my aura. We are just celebrating being with the people you love, or, you know, thinking about the people, or just being in some sort of light energy for Christmas, because I see it as the light of the world. I see it as a sort of different thing. We're not doing much this Christmas because family are all sort of everywhere, but I'm still going to see it as light hitting the earth and coming in. And I'm not going with the naysayers and the doom and gloomers of, do you know what it means? Do you know what it means this? Do you know something's not, we know all that, but you've got, if an energy came in, I have a lot of energy over in Texas, yeah. If an energy came in, or a person or people or peoples or some sort of elites came in and changed what Christmas was, or made it into something that other people thought was something else, and made it nefarious, so everyone's, you know, you could say, how would you say it? Sort of like thinking Christmas is a thing when it's not, and it's something else. That can be changed, because I believe if something happens one time on Christmas, or something really good happens, whether it's this Christmas or next Christmas or whatever, and that energy comes up with people, that day will be known as a high energy day. It's not really going to matter. If anyone gets what I'm saying, I don't know if that's coming across well. It'll be a high energy day. It doesn't really matter. It could change to something else, even if people still see it as the day they see it as. Don't forget, they tried to take Merry Christmas away a few years back, you know, because they didn't want you saying this. A bit like today with, oh, you've got to have pronouns, this, that, and the other. It's just getting ridiculous. But yeah, personally, I'm going to celebrate it as a family, because that's what it's all about. You know, whether you get on with your family or not, or whether you just get on for the day and you're not going to put any of your sort of alternative sort of views on things. You're just going to be happy that if your family is still around, you should be happy, because there are lots that are not. So you should be grateful. And if they aren't around, just remember them on that day. That things are changing, and they'll change for the better. I would say it's not really a time for people to be. We know there's a lot of infighting. We know there's a lot of people who've moved away from friends, or you know, because they've argued about who's right and who's wrong. It's not really about that. You can still have different opinions and still get on, you know, and still get on and still have that day as a good day where it's just, look, you think this, I think that, but we're still going to have a good day and enjoy each other's company, because they're only, you know, things that you may talk about now and again. You still have love for your family and your friends, even if people say, oh yeah, well, they really annoy me. Family annoy you anyway, you know. Before all, anyone's right or wrong on this subject or another subject, it doesn't mean because you're in a family that you all get on, you know. My mum's so different to me with the way she thinks and all that. Yeah, and people put expectations on you all the time. Partners, parents, friends. You know, you've got to be like me, you've got to be that way. And it's like, no, and they can get mad sometimes because you're not doing it their way, because they think it's the right way. And it's like, everybody just needs to get over themselves and just be happy that you're all, you know, we're still here. And for the ones who aren't, you know, you're doing it for them to hold that energy of everybody's different. And we all have different opinions. But there is facts out there. There are facts out there, things that are happening. But still, at the end of the day, as I keep saying, what comes out, you're here to help people understand why. Because when you understand why, it's not as hard to sort of understand why, even though you think, well, you know, you'd never do that in a million years. But you begin to see why. But you also begin to see the shift and the change, and why it is changing, and why it will change, and why this will never come in again. You know, we've had too much people sitting down, not saying anything, things getting brushed under the carpets, and talking about big massive things that have been going down for centuries. You know, because it's all right. You know, you just got to be so loving and so this. No. They're still going down. They're still going to prison. There'll still be military tribunals. There'll still be stuff going on, even if people help out. You're going down. They're going down. It's not all this. I mean, like the amnesty, whatever they call it, that they're asking for, especially the elites. What are you talking about? Do you go, oh, it's all love and light, it's all right, we'll forget about that. Maybe forgive, but we'll never forget. But still, justice is coming, and those people will be served justice. We will be served justice, and these people will be getting what they deserve, because they've brainwashed a lot of people for centuries. That's what you've got to remember. It's not the normie's fault, or if you were a normie before you woke up. Everyone's been entangled in something, because the way they've brainwashed people has been so immense. You know, when you look at it, and a lot of it is done through the media, because like I said, in the 1950s, and it came through as a hyper-hypnosis machine. Everyone watches the telly, families watch the telly, they're telling you to do this, and over the time they've gradually broke down the family unit, and that's one of the biggest things they've done to break, especially in America, but everywhere else, the family unit down, so you're all drifting apart, no one knows who they are, they're all this, that and the other, all this shit that goes on. That was one of the biggest things they knew they'd do. If they broke the family system down, if they took mothers away from you know, doing the motherly thing of producing, and I don't mean that like sexual thing as like staying at home and looking after the children. And then you get so many women today so tired, so this, because they were, I'm not into feminism the way some of them push it, as in, oh yeah, ooh, we're strong, we go out to work. Now a lot of women moan, you know, I'm tired, I can't pick my kids up from school. It's all that was pushed out. And one of the biggest things is mainstream media, and that's why I said, you watch, they're falling. People are not listening. They're choosing to go to different avenues, different platforms, whether that's True Social, Twitter, Rumble, all them sorts of different places where most of the majority of the world are at, especially on Twitter because it's massive. And by the way, Biden had about, say, 34 million on Twitter. Trump came back on and he had about 84 million. So who do you think won, really? Says in the numbers, done it. So yeah, I probably have a lot more to say, but I need to get on with what I'm doing. Yeah. But it's fantastic. Sea season, sending you much respect from New York. Yes. Yes. To you all in America, happy Thanksgiving. I was saying that the other day. Patriots in America. I feel American. But it's worldwide anyway. I'm just loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving the energy. Like I said, I got very emotional watching that film the other day. There's a 12-hour documentary that's gone out as well, and I'm trying to watch an hour at a time. I've only done about half an hour. But I don't know if I'm going to get through it because I sort of know. You know, I know, but it'd be good to see. It's all about, you know, what happened. Back, you know, when they've blamed, like, I don't know if it was Arabians and all this, that, and that side were coming in, really, if it was the other side. And as we know, the majority was the British. I don't mean the British people, I mean the you know, the elites. You know, all that sort of stuff. But, like I said, really good book. You know, they've gone about spirituality, this, that and the other. There's a lot of bollocks in there as well. At the end of the day, it's a bit like JFK Jr. said, you want to be a great man? No, he wants to be a good man. It's about being good. It's about being good. A good person, you know. Put another O in God, and it says good. They've tried to disconnect people from the true Christianity, the true connection from God, because our human self is connected to the divine, and our, you know, our soul, our spirit, that's what they've tried to disconnect us from. But a lot of people go off too off, where they're even forgetting the human. It's like, oh, we're all this and we're going to be doing this. And it's like, that's the whole point. You're human and you've got that connection to it, but you're still human. You're still here. There's still things that need to be done here. You know, if anyone gets that. But like I said, I'm going to go because I've got a lot to do. I'm going to get a brew and I'm sorting a lot of my bits and bobs out. I'm putting them on these shelves behind me, the shelving unit I had, which have different things, and I'm thinking, like, the things I'm not using at the minute, because there's other things in the new year that I might have a dabble with, but the bits that I'm trying to, my bags and stuff and things I was doing, I'm trying to get them on my shelf so they can be all organised. I'm just trying to get organised. I think the more organised I am, the better it will be. I'm not an organised person, but yeah, so like I said, there's probably a few more bits I wanted to talk about, but I just came on the spur of the moment. I'll probably come on again. But yeah, it's amazing. It is amazing. Look at my grey silvers. See my silvers. So yeah, but before I go, how are you all? And how are you guys in America as well? Crazy times. Crazy times are going to get crazier. The left are going mad. Oh, so good to hear from you. Yeah, I've had a bit of the sniffles, so I've been on my vitamin C, my D, my zinc. I've just been working away on stuff. I've been working away on my projects for next year and not really looking at that much, you know, because like I've said, it's all there. It's all been given to us. It got given to us ages ago in the comms, and now you can see it's like, oh yeah, I remember that bit. Oh yeah, this is bit. Oh yeah, so, you know, it's brilliant. It is brilliant. Like I said, it was JFK Jr.'s birthday yesterday. My God. And then I was filming the orbs there, with the energy was really beautiful with that, but I'm not surprised because there's a lot of beautiful energy coming in, you know. My Christmas tree will be like it was last year, Tiffany blue. Tiffany Blue, America is crazy, yeah. And I'm just loving, like I said, I'm just loving Twitter. I'm loving Elon. He's a master troller as well. 11/11 we got there. There you go. Great Awakening. Welcome to the Great Awakening. 11 people, 11 thumbs up. So yeah, and I'm really enjoying watching what Andrew Tate's saying over there as well. So that's good. Nice chatting with you. Been doing okay. Crazy over here, Texas. It's crazy over here as well. Trying to, whatever his name is over here, trying to get us back in the EU. I don't think so. We don't need them. We know what they are. We don't want to be with the Khazarian Mafia. Thank you very much. Oof, Jesus. I'm just thinking. Is there? I just open the Qiuck book. Just to read a little bit out of it. You ready? Just a little bit at the top. The people of Qiuck were Jesus's people, not Christians. Were Jesus's people. This discovery upsets the conventional picture of the origins of Christianity. The popular conception based on the portrayal of Jesus in the narrative Gospels is that Jesus appeared as a Jewish Messiah to reform the religion of, just going on. But interesting, isn't it? Interesting. By reading Qiuck carefully, it is possible to catch the sight of the earliest followers of Jesus. Just saying. It's just funny how, you've got that. You've got the 17, the Q thing, and yeah. I don't think it's a coincidence. Yeah, it's waking folks up. Tate is hilarious. Jordan Peterson is fabulous too. Yeah. I didn't even know where he was, Tate. I was like, I've been interested in watching over there. I'm like, yes. See, all these people are speaking out more. The reason why they're speaking out more is it's safer to speak out. And you're going to see a lot more of it. And you're going to see the naysayers go mad. And you're going to see the lefties go mad. The haters go mad. And they're all just going to be there squabbling on. But all I say is carry on. Carry on anyway, because what's coming out is coming out. Whether people like it or not, it can't be stopped. So it is what it is. And it's happening the way it has to happen because it wakes more people up. It's not the way we want it to happen. It's the way it has to happen. How long that takes is how long it takes. That's how it has to happen. And that's why I always say to you, do what you need to do that keeps you sane here, happy, motivated, grounded, rest. This is time for rest as well. You're going to need it for the new year. And all that sort of good stuff. Work on your goals and your dreams now, and it comes out in the future. If you're not working on it, it's not going to. I'm just going to stand up a minute. I got these, they're really weird. Sorry, that was just me. I got these, I'm trying to move my decks off here, so I've got more space for me bits that I'm doing. But I got these toe separators, and I don't mean for painting your nails with, which you could do. They're like silicone, but I've been I do walk around my house all the time with either socks on or bare feet. I've got socks on today because my feet are freezing on this wooden floor, hence the mess on the floor. And if I tried to put my feet in anything else, and I went out last weekend, oh Jesus, tried to put my feet in some pointy shoes. Oh my God, because we are supposed to, like a camel's foot, when it goes on the ground, spreads out. Our toes are supposed to spread out. We didn't have shoes way back. And if it was soles, it was probably leather, like sandals, so your feet can spread out. So when you've got your feet, ladies especially, like this in shoes, you start having problems as you get older. So these stretch your toes out really good. And I'm looking into next year buying some, my dad wears them and my brother wears them, what they call barefooted shoes. And I don't mean the ones that look like feet, the other ones. And he said they're really, really comfy. They probably look a bit weird because they're broader for your feet. They're wider, so your toes can spread out. Your toes are supposed to spread out. So these have actually been helping me. It's like stretching your toes out, because I stand a lot at work, but I have asked for a chair for now and again, and they're getting me one, so that's quite good. But yeah, You're supposed to, your feet aren't supposed to be shoved in shoes. Your toes are supposed to spread out. The reason why they do it is they do it in fashion. Fashion's a big thing. So women, especially women, will be like, oh yeah, but I love my high heels. I'm not saying don't love your high heels, but I'm saying they do cripple you as you get older. You get bunions and stuff like that. I've got a friend who's, her feet, because they do it for fashion. But, you know, so if anyone's interested, I just got these off eBay. They're like little rubbery things and they sort of stretch your feet out. Apparently you can sleep in them. Those heels before kids. Oh, God, yeah. Before kids. That good idea for some of my boots. Yeah, and that's why I'm always saying, bare feet. I mean, it's a bit hard in winter because it's freezing, but, I used to love being out in my garden, bare feet on the ground, stretching them out. As soon as I get home, I rip my shoes off. But yeah, looking to barefoot shoes. I think they are quite dear, but my dad said he got some. They've lasted him ages. My brother, he had some, and he absolutely loves them as well. And I think they're worth it, especially if they last a while, and there's something you wear all the time. Because I only have a few shoes that I wear all the time. The rest I don't. Which I've chucked my heels out. I'd had these heels for ages. And I was like, Jesus, I can't. And I think I can't get my feet in them anymore because my feet have been spreading out because I tend to walk around. My mum's like, why have you not got slippers on your feet? I'm like, I don't want slippers on my feet. So yeah, I've got to tidy these shelves up because this is wasted space for some of the stuff that I'm doing. So I'll probably put them in my bedroom on my shelf in there. There's some bits down there, and I'm going to be putting my bags in here. This is all crap that I'm just sorting out loads of things that I had in boxes. I've got a sneak peek at a few bits, but I'm not really showing them till next year. But I'm sort of tidying this shelf up because this will be like a stock shelf thing, sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know. I've got lots to do. My desk is a mess. My desk is a mess. But I'm sorting this out. There's a sneak peek of some things I've been doing. They're absolutely beautiful. But, that's what I'm spending time at the minute on me and what I want to bring into the future. My family, because it would be me and for my family as well. I'm just doing all that. The door's just gone. So I better go anyway. And I'll see you soon. Bye.